Okay. So now we are going to look at the verse number 7, the beautiful verse. So where we started looking at from the Paramatma level, right from the beginning, from Vishwam Vishnut Vashatkaro, then we talked about he is beyond past, present, and future, who knows about it and all. Then we started about talking about the avatars, where we started about Narasimha. Then also we talked about Trivikrama, about the Vamana. Now we are going to go to some other qualities of the Supreme, which are something very peculiar for the divine quality. So, Agrahya Saswata Krishno, Lohidaksha Pradharthanaha, Prabhudastira Kupthama, Pavitram Mangalam Param. We will go one by one, dissect it and try to understand each namas and how these namas are connected to Vishnu and how it is more appealing for us to understand. Agrahya. Grahyati means who you can have a grip. Okay. Grahyati means you can have a grip. Agrahya. Agrahyati means you don't have a grip. What does it mean? One who is beyond comprehension. Simple way to understand. He is beyond your senses. If I want to define something about this divine, I need to find words, and it is very difficult for me to define in words. How can I define a divinity in my words? So this problem occurred for Adi Shankara, and also there was a very famous poet in Tamil whose name is called Arunagirinadar. He also had the same problem in expressing this divinity and divine quality of the deity who is Lord Shanmuga, who is Lord Muruga, Arunagirinadar. He was telling in Kandara with one of the beautiful verse what he has written in Tamil, Yellam ara ena ilanda nalam sollayo. Meaning, I have given up everything. I have even lost myself. I have given up everything. I have lost myself. That beauty, that bliss, that state of a bliss, I can't say, because what you have given to me is like a prasad to me. If I want to define it, please, Lord Shanmuga, Lord Muruga, Subramanya, give me the words to express it. So he is pleading to Muruga, saying that you give me the words, give me the phrases for which I can express it. It is something like beautifully, one of the commentator who is called Kiva Jagannathan, he expressed this in a beautiful way. He said a beautiful analogy or an example, he says. Say, for example, a child is putting a small candy, which is available in the home and which is given by her mother. And she has put the candy in her mouth and she is jumping and going outside, and then she is trying to play with her friend, the daughter or whoever. So the opposite house child also comes there, and the opposite child is asking, what are you eating? Now the child says, I am eating sweet. Who gave you? My mama gave me. Very good. How is the sweet? Now the child doesn't know how to express the sweet. He doesn't know how to express the sweetness. Am I right? So how can the quality of a sweetness can be expressed? So it doesn't have an idea to express. It runs back directly to the mother and asks, mother, you gave me something which is sweet. I have put in my mouth. Please tell me how a sweet tastes. You understand? So now it's the same example. I don't know the divine quality. I have no words to express. I'm going back to Swami. You tell me how I need to express you. So it is called agrahya. So because you cannot get a grip of him, because he is beyond your comparison, beyond your comprehension, because he is a taste who is beyond all this. That's why Adi Shankara says beautifully in Saundarya Lagari, last slokam, he says, Mother, I have defined all your beauty in this 100 verses. You know what? It is something like this. When there is a sun, I am trying to light a camphor and show the camphor diya in front of you. If the sun is so radiant and I am showing a camphor light to the sun, is that ray is correct? Same way, I'm expressing your great radiance with a small camphor light fire in front of you. If Adi Shankara is saying these words in Saundarya Lagari, we can understand, is it possible for anyone to comprehend that supreme quality? Because it's beyond the comprehension. That's what we say, he is beyond comprehension. We cannot. So grahyati means you can have a grip. Agrahyati, which cannot be, you cannot have a grip. How do you get a grip? Your grip, you should have an instrument. Am I right? To get a grip, you should have something, gloves or something, so that if it is a surface of so smooth, you should, or oily or slippery, you need to have something to have a grip, to have a hold. Am I right? So you need a walking stick, you need something to hold yourself and to stand on it. Now, your grip on these surfaces, what is your grip? Your sense organs. That's the indriyas of the grip for you. But these indriyas cannot cognize. If they cannot cognize, how they can tell you what is the taste of that supreme? So you don't have anything to express. So only thing is you should say it is divine. So agrahyati, that means you don't have any way to define the divinity here, because divine quality is beyond comprehension, beyond your senses. Saswadaha. The next word is called Saswadaha. A beautiful understanding of Saswadaha. Okay. What is Saswadaha? One who is seen, one who remains stable, always permanent. Whichever way you see, he's always there. Whatever happens, he is always there. He is always permanent. One who always remains permanent, one who always remains stable is considered to be Shashvata. Right? It doesn't have any beginning, it doesn't have any end. A beautiful understanding here. This is also an incident which happens. Sage Markandeya, we all know Sage Markandeya is a very big sage who got Siranjivitvam. Siranjivitvam means to live long. By who? By Shiva himself. He has been blessed. He once prays to Lord Narayana in the Badrika ashram or near Naranarayana Parvatam or somewhere. He was calling Narayana and asking Narayana, see, he has a different understanding. He wants to understand what is happening. Say what he says, Narayana, I want to witness the pralaya. Okay, so the pralaya is the end of the Kali Yuga. Because see, Markandeya is not going to vanish because he is going to live long. So he says, I want to witness the pralaya. Okay, Narayana says very simple. Close your eyes and you will witness it. So the moment he closes his eyes, and the moment he closes his eyes, he witnesses that the Parvatam where he is sitting, the mountain where he is sitting, this mountain starts moving. And there is another mountain which is there, which is also moving. They both, the mountains are clashed. And everything is breaking into sand, particles, and stones. Everything is merging with the water. And the water is going and oozing out, and the entire world is filled with the water. and all this water all of a sudden goes into somewhere into a small narrow opening. Okay, which goes into a small narrow opening, and all the way it has been sucked into that narrow opening. And after that narrow opening, he sees that he is now it's like a small river, a floating river. The river is without any big turbulence or nothing. It's a very silent flowing river. Silently the waters are flowing, and it seems to be very big silence there. In that silence, he could hear a child laughing, and he can hear it, and he was trying to see where it is, and he sees that in a banyan leaf, a small child is there lying down, and that child is sucking the right leg thumb in his mouth, and it is just in a sleeping posture, but it's not sleeping, it is looking at everything, and it is keep on laughing, and looking at the Markandeya also it is laughing. Now Markandeya was so surprised to see that entire world has been gone, and this one child is here, and it is laughing at everyone. And he is asking, who are you? From where did you come? And how did you come here? Because this is big pralaya which is happening. And then the child is laughing, and it took the thumb out, and it started sucking Markandeya into its mouth. Markandeya was sucked into the mouth of that child, and when the Markandeya travels to the stomach of the child, there he sees there is another Naranarayana Parvata, where there he witnesses another Markandeya sitting there. There he witnesses there is flow of Yamuna, Ganga and everything. There he sees another universe. All of a sudden, Markandeya's body shakes up, and he comes to the old position. Then he sees everything is there. Then he understands, even in the pralaya, there is only one thing which is going to remain. Hare Vasudeva Krishna, Hare Narayana, you are permanent, you are stable. That's why he said Shashvata. Shashvata, who was going to remain stable. Next one is called beautiful word, which is called Krishna. What is called Krishna? Krishna means Akarti iti Krishna. That who has a magnetic attraction, who has a beautiful magnetic attraction. The real meaning of Krishna is dark. Okay? The real meaning of Krishna is dark. That's why in our understanding also we say Krishna Paksha, Tukla Paksha. Paksha means that 15 days. Okay? So Krishna Paksha meaning from the full moon day towards the new moon day. It's called as a Krishna Paksha, that the waning, or what we say, waxing of moon or something. So which goes down, the moon gets diminishing and then decreases, and it becomes as a new moon. And from new moon to the full moon, it's called Sukla Paksha. So why we say Krishna? Krishna means getting into the dark side. You understand? So getting dark. So Krishna means darkness. So this darkness is a uniqueness of Rama and Krishna. Even for Rama also they say he is dark. Even for Rama, it is considered to be his darkness is so encharming. Okay? It was, you have to see him, and by seeing him, that beauty of the darkness is very good. He is a little bit dark, dark black color, but it was been a charming beauty. That's what they say. So there was also an understanding what they say in Kambar song, in Kambar Ramayanam, where Kamban talks about the beauty of Rama in one word, in other word. He wants to express the beauty of Rama. And he starts saying it. Mayyo, Maragadamo, Marikadalo, Marai Muhilo. So he's trying to put the different dimension of the Ram's charming beauty, and especially with that, with that black color and with that dark color, he's trying to give. Mayo means that which we were putting in the, in the dark black, which we use for the eyes, eyelashes and everything. So that is called May. So Mayo. Maragadam means emerald. So emerald, dark emerald is definitely, you can see it's a very dark green color. So it looks like, imitates like a black color, right? Maragadamo. And the deep sea, Mari Kadalo, deep sea. If you see, the deep sea is very dark. Deepness is dark. Mare Mugilo means it's the rain clouds. If it is a really like the cloud is pregnant with water and all, you can understand it becomes so heavy, dense and all. It is very dark cloud. And he tries to put all these dimension. He is saying, Mayo, Maragadamo, Marigadalo, Mare Muhilo. All this dimension he is trying to add and add and add and add to define Rama's stature, because the charming beauty of Rama cannot be defined in one word. All right? This is the beautiful place where the commentator Kiva Jagannathan gives a beautiful analogy here. Supposing a mother, what happens? She is telling her children that she has done some, we say it's called as a bhakshana. Bhakshana means some of the edible things, like sweets and savors and snacks, like murukku and all these things she has made. During Deepavali day, and so those days, in house they will make it. They will do it before, like 1 week before, and they will try to preserve it by keeping in some places, and then they will keep it that way in a rack, top rack or somewhere. So a mother has made all the efforts to make this sweets and snacks, and she has put in the beautiful good containers, and she has placed in the big rack on the top of the rack. And she was supposed to leave the house for something like a grocery or market. She wants to go. She called her eldest son and told, so those things are there. Please don't touch. It is only for Deepavali thing, because this fellow was helping her in the kitchen, was doing something. So she has given him the word saying that don't go and touch it. So to make sure that no one is going there. So I will come back. I am going to market. I want to buy some vegetables and come back. See, usually the human psychology is when someone says don't touch, we will go and touch. So this boy got a very curious thing to understand. Okay, so mother has kept something, so snacks are there. Let us go and take it. So he calls his younger brother, and they both are now partnership, and they try to reach the rack. So the rack is on the top. So these guys want to reach the top of the rack and then want to take it so that they can take the snacks and then they can eat. So what they did, they want to try to pull a stool, a big table, and then they put the table, and they were trying to see that whether he can reach it. The elder son cannot reach. So then he is looking at it and he saw a chair there. Okay. And then he asked his brother, bring the chair. So there is a table. Now tabletop, there is a chair, and he's standing on the chair and he's trying to reach it. No, he cannot. Then he calls, okay, there is a small stool, like a sitting stool or something. Bring that stool also. So he's putting another stool, a small stool on the top of the chair. So tabletop chair top the small stool, and then he's trying to reach it. Cannot reach. Then there is those days that you can see there is a stool with only 3 legs. It's called Mukkali. So 3-legged stool. So he asked that to bring the younger brother, because the elder brother is going to get the things, right? So he has to have a big share. So he is saying, commanding his younger brother, go and take those chairs. So he's going and taking those stools, and he's coming up with the small stool with the 3-legged stool. He's putting on the top of all those. So what is that? A big table, chair, on the top of a chair, a small stool. On the top of that, there is called as a 3-legged stool. He starts he's standing on that. He's trying to reach, almost there. What happened? Usually this 3-legged stool, you have to be very, very balanced. If you just put your balance on one side, it goes like that because it's not four-legged, right? It's a three-legged one. So the moment he is trying to put a pressure on one side, the three-legged stool started tilting. So he slipped from there and he fell down. So when he fell down, what is the way that he is going to say? In Tamil, he said, Ayyo, and he fell down. Now, this analogy, why I am saying this analogy, now the same analogy, he says, Kiva Jagannathan, beautifully says commentator, Kamban is also trying to use the same words in his own way to define Rama, because he says, Rama is something who is sitting there in the rack. So as this fellow is putting a table, on the top of the table, there is a chair. On the top of the chair, there is a stool. On top of the stool, there is a three-legged stool. Still, he cannot reach. The moment he is going to reach, he fell down saying, Ayyo, same way, Mayyo, Maragadamo, Marikadalo, Marai Mukilo. And then what he says, Ayyo, even Vadivu. Ayyo, even Vadivu Enbadur, Ariya Arahandro. I cannot define him what type of a beauty he is having. The same beautiness what we are talking about. Krishna, Akarti iti Krishna. You can't even go and define these words. That's what he says. Akarti iti Krishna. Krishna means beauty. Krishna means beauty. It's a charm. It's playful. Krishna is Sarvam Anand. That's the only definition we can say. Bliss. You want to understand the bliss? You have to drink Krishna. That's it. Krishna is a nectar. Just go and drink it. Then you can understand what Krishna is all about. So Krishna, Saswata Krishno, Lohitaksha. Lohiti Aksha. Aksha means eyes. Lokataha means this. Here what they are talking about, his eyes are like the red color lotus. The lotus eye, which is red color eye. So basically where do we get this reference from? In one of the Alvar Pasuram, we say, Pache Malai Pol Meni, Pavaravai Kamala Chenkan. Sengan means red. Seng means red. Kan means eye. Red colored eye. Lotus eye, Kamalavai, Pavaravai, Kamala Chengan, so lotus colored eye. Lohidaksha, Prathardhana, one who makes the evil people, he slains the evil. He kills the asuras, he kills the demons. So what does it mean when you say killing an asura means any negative qualities, divine quality will try to destroy it. So the moment you implant your divine quality within you, so divine quality gets more and more within you, what happens? Your bad qualities, your negative qualities, your negativities will try to go down. So that is what we say here, Pratardhanaha. Pradhardhanaha. Prabhudaha. Prabhudaha. Who is called Prabhudaha? One who is complete in everything. One who is complete in everything. We don't have any problem or anywhere we cannot say any lacuna what he is at. Okay? So it's only good qualities you have defined. You can only define good quality. See, when Valmiki was asking this question to Narada, Kavanasmin Sampratam Loke Kashyaviryavan. So he asks him, according to current contemporary world, who do you think is the best Atmavan, Gunavan, Viryavan? Now then, after that, Narada defines Ikshvahu Prabhavasya, Ramanama Janishratah, then he defines he is Gunavan, he is Niyatatma, from where he defines he is a person who is in Atma, and he defines about the qualities of the Rama, and there is only great qualities and personalities of Rama, what has been defined. we don't see any single iota of any negative qualities. That means what? He is complete, paripurana within him. So this is why we say they are considered to be the great supreme, right? So that's why he's called Purushottamaha. Why? Because they're complete. There's no way that you can find any fault in it. There is no way that you can find anything gap in it. There is no lacuna. Human beings might have, because to err is human. We do have a lot of lacuna, but divine qualities doesn't have any lacuna. So this is something which is the completeness what we are talking. So complete, holistic in nature is called Prabhutaha. Right? Prabhutaha. Tirakuptama. Prabhutas Trika Kuptama. Trikaha Kuptamaha. What is Trika Kuptamaha? There are different understanding here. A lot of commentators have given a lot of understanding here. One of the understanding is it's like a three bump or a three hump or a three peak or something like that. Three kup, trika kuptamaha means there is three small separation. So what is the reference here? This refers to Varahamurti. Most of the commentators, especially the Parachara Bhattar, he always refers to the Varahamurti avatar. Varahamurti means he is like a boar, right? So the boar has a three type of distinct mark in the nose, and then it has the two tusk where the Varahamurti has lifted the entire bhumi, and where the Hiranyas have put that, he has tried to sink the world, so he has lifted it. So that's what they say. Boar has lifted that entire landmark, right? So there they can see the three marks, or three hump, or three humps are there. So that's what they say as Kakuptaha, right? So one who has that type of. So here the reference is all about Varaha Rupa, Varaha Murti. All right? So Varaha Murti. So the Bhagavan, who is a person who rules, so who has lifted the entire universe and he is trying to give it. Trigakuptama Pavitram. What is called Pavitram? Already we studied. Pavitranam Pavitramyo Mangalanancha Mangalam. So we know he is already a Pavitra. What is called? He is already pure. Just pure. Very pure. Right? Here I just remember there was one of the speech given by Swami Satyasai Baba. He says, by chanting the names of the God, we can get the purification. That's why he always says, you go to bhajans. You chant the bhajans, because bhajans are basically namavalis. And when you chant, what happens? All those evil negativity goes out. Correct? And he gave a beautiful analogy, like, say, for example, if you see a tree, a lot of birds are sitting on the tree, on the branches, and it's making a lot of chirping noise and everything. And then what happens? Usually, when they sit there, they eat, and then they start putting the droplets down, and then they try to create that entire the tree, the tree. Under the tree, they will create all those droplets they put, and then it becomes very dirty there. Correct? It becomes very dirty. The same way, the birds are nothing but our senses are trying to grab all those bad elements, and then they are dropping all the droplets into your mind, which is getting deep into your body, into your physiology and everywhere. Correct? Now Bhagavan says beautifully, he says, what is that? How do you get rid of these birds? So what you have to do, you have to go down to the tree, and then what you say? You clap your hands, and then you say, go, like that. You have to clap, and then you have to say shh, shh, something like that. So what happens? By that noise, they will go out from the tree, so that the entire tree place and proceedings and the premises will become so pure. So the purification is by what? You clap your hand, and you say something and then they go. Same way, these senses which is trying to put all the droplets of negativity into your mind, what is the best way? Chant the namas of the Lord and clap your hand. What happens? They will, as the birds are flying, this bad thoughts and the bad things will go off. So they will never drop anything like a droplets there, and you will not have a dirty mind or a dirty environment. The beautiful analogy what Swami says. What is the idea here? Purification. What can give you purification? By the divine's name. So that's how we can understand the divine name is so purifying factor for us. So Pavitranam Mangalam Paraha. So that gives you most austerity for you. The highest austerity for you. The highest purification comes from you by the chanting of the Nama. The chanting of Nama, there are so many episodes, so many incidents in Bhagavatam, which I will definitely narrate in later. So both beautifully, just by chanting the Nama of the Lord. Right? Nama, Nami. Nami is the person. Even the person is there. Just the Nama alone has a beautiful benefit. Right? So, a very simple incident I just tell. Even in the Ramayana, when Rama himself, Rama is looking at the place when they are trying to put the bridge across the sea, Sedu Bandhanam. So what they are doing, they are taking the stone. The stone is supposed to go and sink. They're taking a stone and then they're writing the Ramanama saying Ram, and every monkey is trying to drop on the sea and it floats. It floats. Now, who is the person? The incarnation Ram is standing there. The Hanuman and all these monkeys and the monkey senas, what they are doing, they are writing the Ram's name on the stone, engraving it, and then saying Rama, and then they are dropping it and the stone floats. Now, Rama himself wants to see, he himself, they said, okay, you are a supreme, your name only we are doing japa. Please take a stone and then you put it. You don't even to write the name because you don't want to write your own name there. Please put the stone. The moment he put the stone went down. The stone sinked. It's not that divinity doesn't have a power. It is the Rama Nama which has the power. So that's why we say Nama has the power more than Nami. Nama has the power more than the Nami. Rama Nama had more power. So by chanting Rama Nama, they can even cross the river. So if they can cross the river as a Samudra, a Sagara, why not we cross a Bhavasagara? Bhavasagara means Samsara Sagara. Yes, it is possible. So that's what we say. By just chanting the Namas, we are getting that Mangalam Param, the greatest austerity, the highest auspiciousness. What you want to get is possible by chanting the name. As I told you before, that Baba has given beautiful analogy, singing the name of the Lord, doing Namasmarana and clapping the hand in bhajans makes your bad thinking go off as you are trying to make the birds fly away from the tree. Same way you can do it for your negative thoughts. Only power is through the Ramanama or the Namasmarana. Because see, your mind has to be occupied with something. Your mind, if you empty, it needs something to be filled. The moment you empty, the senses will try to grab something and fills with something else. So what you can do is make the senses diverted towards the Namasmarana and then take the Nama, get into the Nama as much deeper as you can. Think of Rama, think of Krishna, think of Sai Baba, think of anything else. Shiva, whichever works and appeals for you. Fill that with your mind with those Nama Japa, and then that will sink you more and more and gets you more and more purified. Your nervous system and everything will be purified. The more you get purified, you get the auspiciousness what we want in the life. So that is basically what here we can see the divine qualities can give. So divine qualities are of that nature. So the characters and the personalities which we cannot define, which is highly pure and highly blessing you with the austerity here. With that, I stop here. Kayena vacha manasendriyarva buddhyatmana bha prakrite swabhavat करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि यदक्षरपदप्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतादेव नारायण नमोऽस्तुते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षम्यस्व महेश्वरः अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष जनार्दन हरिः ओं तत्सत् इति श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषां को ब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु।